All right, let's do something pretty incredible. We're going to travel back in time, way, way back. We're on a quest to find that very first spark of human creativity. That exact moment when one of our ancestors decided, I need to leave a message for whoever comes next. Let's get into it. Wow, just think about that for a second. This really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? I mean, try to imagine a time before you could just talk, before you could write anything down. How would you get all the ideas, all the feelings swirling around in your head out into the world? Well, our ancestors, they figured it out. And I mean, really try to put yourself there. A world of silence. Not total silence, of course, but a world without the endless chatter, the constant words we're so used to. All your big thoughts, your fears, your hopes, you couldn't just tell someone. It's a kind of quiet we can't even really imagine now. And think about what gets lost in that kind of silence. Stories. Without language, how do you tell your kids about the great hunt or remember someone who's gone? How do you explain what you think the stars are? You can't. And a people without stories? Well, that's a people without a shared past, without a real identity. Something had to change. Okay, so from that world of silence, let's go to where the first whispers started. But here's the thing. They weren't whispers you could hear. They were whispers you could see. We're headed to the one place it all began, the deep, dark walls of ancient caves. And we're not talking about simple stick figures here. No way. These were masterpieces. I mean, you look at the red bison in Altamira, Spain. The artists actually used the bumps and curves of the cave wall to make the animals look 3D. So clever. Or how about the Cueva de las Manos in Argentina? It's just this incredible wall of handprints made by people blowing pigment through a bone. It's like a whole community signing their name at once. And then you have the murals in Laas Geel, Somalia, these amazing paintings of cattle in what look like ceremonial robes. This was serious, meaningful art. And that's what makes this so incredibly powerful. They weren't just painting what they saw every day, like, here's a bison. No. This was a window, a direct look right into their minds. They were painting the animals they respected, maybe the spirits they worshipped, making their inner world visible for everyone to see. They were literally painting their dreams onto the walls. Okay, so we've seen what they painted, which is, just incredible. But the real mystery, the big question, is why? What was it that drove them to do this? What was behind this explosion of creativity? I mean, what did it all mean? These hands, these animals, all these strange symbols. Was it a good luck charm for the hunt? A sacred story passed down through generations? Maybe a map? Experts have argued about this for ages, but if you boil it all down, if you strip away all the complexity, there's one simple, powerful message that just cuts through everything. It's this: we were here. That's it. It's the most basic, most powerful human statement imaginable, isn't it? It's like shouting into the void across thousands and thousands of years, just to say, I was real. My life mattered. I existed. And that simple message, we were here, that's the thread that connects us directly to them, all these millennia later. Think about it. It's the exact same feeling that makes someone carve their initials into a park bench or write their name in wet cement. It's this deep, universal need we all have to leave a mark, to say, don't forget me. But it goes even deeper than that. This wasn't just about leaving a mark. What was happening on those cave walls was actually the birth of something that, well, defines us as human. Let's dig into that in our last section here. See, this isn't just about the history of art. This is the origin story of the human imagination itself. It's about that incredible ability to look at something and see something else. To look at a blank slab of rock and not just see a rock, but to see a canvas. To see the potential for a bison's back in a bumpy surface. That's a huge leap. And here's a way I love to think about it. Imagination. It's that moment when we first turned a blank wall into a window to our dreams. It's not just about daydreaming, right? It's an action. It's taking something ordinary and turning it into a portal, a gateway into the human mind. And that's exactly what they did. And from that one singular act, everything else comes. Seriously. Every story ever told, every song ever written, every skyscraper, every invention, every single thing that required someone to imagine something that wasn't there yet,
It all started here. It all traces back to that first brave little spark on a dark cave wall.
So that leaves us with one last question to chew on. For tens of thousands of years, that first message, "We were here," has been echoing down to us. They used dirt and charcoal to leave their mark. It really makes you think, doesn't it? With all the technology and all the tools we have today, what mark are we going to leave behind?